Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I thought I would do a little bit of organising. I have got so much stuff on my desk. As you know, I've been doing the Shabadashery journals and I have got piles. Look, I've got piles and piles and piles and piles of bits and pieces all over my desk, and I needed to find another way to sort of store them because I've got them in like plastic containers and they're just taking up too much room. My room isn't very big. My craft room isn't very big at all. It's only our spare room. So it's quite small, and I'm just, you know, when you get overwhelmed, you got all this stuff and I got stuff everywhere and nowhere to put it. So I've been rummaging through my bits and pieces, and I've got some plastic bags. Now I've had these for ages. I've got another big bag of plastic bags of all sorts. So I found these ones and I thought, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pop in and try and store some of my trim and things like that in plastic bags that I can actually sort of like squash down a little bit more, and maybe sort of like store in a little box, which is a little bit easier because I've got bits flying all over the place and it's just too much and my desk is just encroaching. So the first thing I wanted to show you actually is I've not been very well again for the last couple of days. I've got, as you can probably tell, I've got a bit of a croaky throat again. I think I'm just sort of like a germ magnet at the moment. So what I've been doing my journal, and now look at that. I just loving it, absolutely loving it. So I've just been sat quietly and embellishing my little spine. So a couple of days ago I did do the closure, which is the tape measure closure, but I'll go into detail with this on another video. But this is what I've been doing and I just adore it. Look at that. I got so carried away. I could have just added more and more and more, but I think I will finish that now. I'm not going to do anything with this because I think the contrast between both is lovely, and for it to sit on the shelf, this is the bit I'm going to see anyway. So I've been loving that. But as you can tell, I've got so much stuff everywhere. Let's pop that to the side. So that's all my threads that I've got in here. This came in the box. I'm not quite sure whether I got this from Amazon or Temu. And I've also got another big bag here. And I did buy some more of the little windy on things. Windy on things? You know, the things that you wrap it around. So that's going to be an evening task for me to pop those on there. But this is really, really handy and I'm loving it. I'm really, really loving the slow stitching at the moment. I think it's really nice and relaxing. So I'm going to pop those two over there. Let's get into this. Now, this is some more, I'm very much into velvet as well at the moment. And I'm just wondering, these have got, whether I can actually put this, look at the colour of that. It's just beautiful. Now, the original one that I got was from, I'm just going to pop them in the bags. Where's my big one? I don't know, that big reel I got, oh, actually it's here. This is the BB Craft one, and this is what set me on the way to velvet. And this is just fabulous value because it's just a great big reel and it's lovely. And then every time I see velvet now, velvet ribbon or velvet, I just have to buy it. So I'm just going to pop these. I'm not 100% sure on this colour. I think it's a bit too much of a baby pink, so I will probably colour that with some ink. But I'm just going to pop them in here because they do unravel. I don't have any more of these sort of like bobbins to wrap them round, so I'm just going to pop them in the bag for now. But the colours, I'm very much into purple. I think purples and these lovely pinks are sort of my colours. So that's the BB Craft one that I coloured. This is a lovely sort of grey, which I think goes really lovely with purple. So another, I got two of the same sort of pinks, and or three of those, and not my favourite colour, but this is beautiful colour, isn't it? So these will go in here hopefully. I think that's all the ribbon. So I'm not sure whether I should make a little hole in these bags or not, just obviously, just I mean, with a, if I make a hole, it's not going to sort of like squash down, but I think that would probably stack a little bit better in something like that. Now I'm also going to pop, I just want to clear this little tray. These are some of the flowers that I was making, the velvety ones. Oh, I made this one as well, which I quite like. This one that was a little bit more fiddly because I cut out little leaves from a piece of the bigger velvet, and then I popped a little bit of a gem in there and then sewed around it, but I just think that's so pretty. I'm just loving these little velvets and flowers, all the little pretty bits at the moment. So I'm going to pop these in here until I am ready to use them, and I just love the different colours in there. And that was from I'm not going to put these ones in there, just the velvet ones, from dyeing, so I'm going to have to colour a little bit more of the ribbon, aren't I? That can go in this bag. Pop that in here. I don't know how you guys, because I go through phases where I want to see all my stuff, and then I want to hide all my stuff because I don't want to see it anymore. So I don't think we are ever going to come up with a way of, you know, organising our stuff which is going to be 100%, if you know what I mean. So that's another little one in there. I like to change. I like change anyway. Okay. Let's pop that in there like that. Let's see, it squashes out all the air and pops that in there. So let's pop that to the side. Oh, I've got 2 spare reels there. Then I love these on the reels. Now these are obviously going to stay on there and go on my shelf, because these go on my shelf. But this is what I've been taking downstairs in the evenings to work with, which I love. So I've got all my cottons and bits in here. Let's take these little flowers out. So if you've got any tips or anything for me to store anything, please do let me know. There's some little flowers there. These are some little velvety flowers, which I'm going to pop into here. Let's just open that up. Then of course I've got my little seam binding flowers, which I just love, which I've actually run out. I've only got a couple there because I've sewn so many onto that little journal spine. Oh, that was one that I just sort of wasn't quite sure what I was doing there, but it does look pretty, doesn't it? Okay, let's take this out. Our cottons, these little ones can go in here. It's amazing how much cotton you can gather in one little space. Right, oh, that's the little leaves that I cut out. They were that shape, and then I actually got a lighter and then just heated around the edge so it doesn't, because it does fray a lot. But these little bits can go in another one. Okay, I don't normally like using sort of plastic bags, but because I've got them, I might as well use them, because obviously there's no point in throwing them away. They can just all go in here. That and that. I think I'll stick that in with the velvet. So when I make flowers, I know where they're going to be. I want to just try and get more organised. But then again, I think I probably say that every week. Let's pop this one in here. Try and keep them colour coordinated. How long that will last, I don't know. Let's put another little flower in here. Like that. That's a little velvet one that can go in there. Right, we're getting somewhere. That's another little empty reel. Oh, I did get a few of these. These are like the little threaders for your threading a needle. And look, they've got little flowers on. I just thought that was really cute. There's a little bit of thread that can go to the side. But you know what I mean? So now I can sort of like maybe stack some of these in here, which are a little bit more organised. So what's these bits? Little bits of these I love. These are really, really good, and these were really very, very inexpensive. Oh, that's one of our little Friday freebie flowers. Okay, an empty box. That's what we want. I'm going to pop little bits of pink. I'm going to pop the little pink bits in here. Just the little bits of scrap pink. Maybe I'll go for little adventurous. Eventually I will have a few little colour coordinated boxes. This is what I keep my seam binding in, which I've shown you before. They're little just sort of scraps. But for my birthday, my friend got me a little tin of biscuits, and it's really, really pretty. It's Beatrice Potter little tin, and I just thought it'd be ideal for my little bits of leftover embroidery thread to pop in. So I do like that. Okay, I've got my sequins. These are the what I bought the other day, but look, it's just taking up all of that space, and I think I might just pop, because they're in bags, I think I will just pop them into one bag like this. Here we go. So then all my sequins can be in one little pot. Oh look, I've got another little thingamajiggy there. These can go all in there. I am definitely becoming a bit more of a magpie as I'm getting older. I like all these lovely shiny things. So look at that. That's better, isn't it? Okay. So if I put that in there, so that's just taking up one little section on there. So that can go to the side for a minute. That one's done. Let's bring this one over. Okay. So these need to go back up onto my shelf. I've got little bits of fabric on here. These are some which I bought ages and ages ago. I was going to pop them onto my journal. They're beautiful, aren't they? Obviously, they can stay in there. Let's just take some of this out, shall we? I've got this embroidery thread. Oh, look at this. Oh, look, there's another little one of these. Look at this doily. Isn't that just beautiful? I've tried to use this a few times and I don't want to cut it because I've got two of them, but I just think it's so, so pretty. I really, really hate cutting things up like that. Okay, that's a piece that I've cut up. Right, I think, let's just pop this to the side. I'm going to take these out. I'm going to recycle some of these plastic bags because we really don't need all of them. Let me just take these out. I have get through so much recycling, it's ridiculous with all the plastic that everything comes in. It's mad, isn't it? So let's take these ones out. Look at this. Oh, I knew I had some more of this somewhere. So these and these, and I'm going to pop these in a bag. I do have these ones, but they're not see-through. Oh gosh. Let's tuck that back under there. These aren't see-through, but they got a little hole in there. I bought these ages ago. I really don't even remember where I got them from. But they are really nice, but I'm just wondering, shall I put that in there? Don't think I will use that for now. I might put some fabric in there. I think I'll pop them in a little one of these. I'm going to put all of this in here so I know where all of the little bits are. Now this is the piece that I was going to pop onto my journal. Let me just bring that back in again. I was going to pop it down the side, but instead what I did, I sort of did a double layer of lace on there. And I think that would have been too much because I wanted to bring the flowers round. So I just sort of like did a double layer of lace and not put that on there. and I think that looks a lot better. So I'm going to pop that back in there. So that's all our nice trim, our lovely rose trim, my favourite. Right, there we go, perfect. Look at these bits of lace. That's some more lovely, what is it, velvet. Let's take a little pin. I don't know what it is with velvet at the moment. I think I just, I am, that's what I said, I feel like I'm a magpie. Just want to gather up shiny, pretty, tactile stuff, I think it is. Let's pop that in there. So we've got some nice bits of ribbon. Some of the bits aren't quite big enough to wrap around some of these little spools. But all of these ones, look, can you see I've got all of these bits in here. These can go on here. These are for the sewing journal, my shaberdashery. Gosh, it's amazing how much stuff you gather just to do one journal. Or actually, that's why I was doing 2 journals, because I have gathered so much stuff up. Is that got a little pin on it? Let's pop that back in there. Look at this, see? Lots and lots. So all of these little pieces, these pink pieces, and these little bits of knitting, I think I will pop in a little different bag. Like that, because that's knitting. That lace could probably actually go on a spool, but I'm going to pop it in there for now. And these beads pieces, a little bit of lace on my little pegs. Pop that on there. Oops. Pop these little bits in there. Shiny bits, right, little shiny pot I'm going to have, aren't I? Oh, actually, I'm going to just put that in there with that for now. Let's just, don't need that. Little bits of lace. These little pinky bits in there. Then we got this little trim, which can go in a shiny bit. These are some little bits of slow stitching. That can just go on its own. And then we get these little bits here, look. Let's just pop these in. Oh, these are the little charms. Now, the little sewing charms. I put the rest of them in there. Now, I did pick these up. These little pots, where did I get those? Probably Temu, actually. Because I've got my little jewellery bits in here. Oops. And these are perfect, look. Loving those, absolutely loving those. But look, I've got them all stacked in there. So that is going to have to be sorted out at some point. Some more sewing charms. Some little pins, my little pegs. Okay, let's pop that little bit. I'm going to pop. Oh, actually, I'll pop in there because it's not shiny, is it? That can go on the side. And then I'm just going to tip that out. And then I've got a nice white pot. Okay. So those 2 trays, look, that's better, isn't it? So then I can just go through my stuff and actually see what I would like to use. Perfect. I'm going to pop these little flowers. I do like making flowers. That's a little flower as well. That can go in there. Bits of lace. That's a little pinky bit. I should really leave these bags open, shouldn't I? That can go in there with the little pinky bits. Now we need a little bag to put shiny bits in, I think. Let's see what we've got. These little odd bits, I think, need to go into there. Some pieces I'm just going to have to throw away. But not look at that little daisy on there. That's really cute, isn't it? These little things will go in my pot. That can go there. I am going to throw some of this away because I don't need it. I won't use it. I'm going to be harsh and throw it in the bin. Like that. There's only so much that you can actually keep. For my sanity, I think, more than anything. Okay, that's those pieces. I've got another bag there. I've got this lovely, this is that lovely, very, very fine tool that I've got. Now, I've got another beigey piece here somewhere, but I'm actually going to pop this into here because it does pull. And I just want to make sure it's in there nicely. Now, I have got, now I could go on forever and ever doing this. Look at all these. Okay, oh gosh, these are trim bits. Sorry guys, you're probably bored watching me do all this, aren't you? I'm going to try and do some of this. Where have we got? Where's my little shiny bag? Let's pop that in there. Do you think I just have piles of things? That's a bit of shiny. I'm going to pop that in there. You know, you want something a little bit pretty on there. That's another little spool. This is quite old, I think. This trim. It looks quite old. Maybe it's not. But it's very pretty. Oh, I missed completely. Let's wrap that round again. There we go. So that's nice because I think this sort of like frays quite a lot. I think that's why it probably looks quite old. Okay, more flowers. Lovely trim. That's, I think I'm going to pop that in there because that's sort of got a little bit of shine to it, hasn't it? And all these little bits. When you want something a little bit pretty, we can go for. These are just, oops. Can you see what I'm doing? See, I'm just encroaching on myself even more. We've got blue bits, these bits. I'm going to take another bag. Gosh, it's good I've got a nice big supply of bags. I'm going to pop these in here. So basically all I'm doing is popping all my bits and pieces in bags so I can see, because rummaging through this is an absolute nightmare. It's getting so big, and it's taking up so much room. I've got 4 of these on my desk above on here, and I think it's just too much. So putting these individually into sort of like little bags, I think it's going to help me tremendously. So these bits I'm going to put in. Look, there's a little flower. Be here forever, couldn't I? There's a little bit of trim. Where should we put that? I think this one can go in to this bag, our little trim bag. Bits of material. What did I tied a knot in that for some reason. What was I doing? I don't know, but that's quite shiny. That would be quite nice in there actually. Little shiny bit. So you get the gist of what I'm trying to do. I will carry on with this, I think, today. Get as much done as I can. Whether I'm going to sort of colour coordinate these bits and pieces, I'm not really sure. But all the little leftover bits like this, what did I do with that bag? Can go in here. Actually, these bits could go in there. Actually, not that big, because that's too big. That's way too big. That can go in another piece. These pieces can go in there. These little flowers, I've got some more of those, can go in there. So this, I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to try and do it this way. Let me just pop that out of the way so I can have a little bit of room on my desk. What have we got here? That's a nice shiny piece. these pieces, I'll pop those in another one. The bigger pieces I don't mind having in a little basket, but it's the smaller bits that I'm just rummaging through, and I'm sure I've got some nice pieces in places, but I'm just sort of like discarding it or disregarding it. But look, so now this is going to take up less space, isn't it? So I've got all of this and I can fit lots and lots and lots, and then, or maybe I could just sort of like colour coordinate all my little bits like this, couldn't I? Although majority of my stuff is probably pinks and purples, but that is just 2 or maybe 3 containers into one little container, which is great. And then all my ribbons and everything can go back up onto where they are supposed to go. Put them back. The other thing that I was going to show you quickly is, I was doing this the other day. This is my evening project. Oops. I haven't really done a huge amount to it because I was doing my spine of the journal, but this is what I've done so far. I've just sort of like done a little bit of slow stitching around this bit here, on here, and I'm loving it. I just think it's lovely. So that's the inside, so you can probably see a little bit better on this bit. But I'm really enjoying that, so I will probably carry on with that this evening. I'm going to go and get a drink because I'm going to lose my voice again. So that is exciting as I've been today, sorting out some bits and pieces. I will carry on and see how far I can get, and then I will update you on my next video. And I want to start doing a few more other bits and pieces. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, it does make me feel better when I actually organize things. I don't know whether it's you the same, but when you've got things which are a little bit more organized, I think it makes you sort of like feel a little bit clearer. I don't know whether you're like me or not, but that's how it makes me feel. I feel like I've got a little bit more room, a little bit more space. And like I said, my room isn't very big at all, so I have to try and get organised as best as I can. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day, and I will see you soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.